In Mino province, among mountains overgrown with maples, lived an old woodcarver named Shoji. He had lost his wife and children in an earthquake and had lived alone for 20 years in a hut at the edge of the forest. People considered him eccentric, and children were afraid to walk past his home. One day, a traveler knocked on his door, a young cloth merchant who had lost his way. "Sir, it's getting dark, and I cannot find the pass. May I stay the night?" Shoji nodded silently and pointed to a mat by the hearth. The merchant could not sleep all night. One question tormented him. In the morning, he asked, "Old man, you live here all alone. The mountains are desolate. Snow falls for half the year. Tell me, if a person is alone for a long time, what becomes of him? Does he not turn into a beast? Does he not lose his human form?" Shoji chuckled into his sparse beard and replied, "Come, I will show you the way to the pass." They walked out into the mist. The old man moved quickly, never looking at his feet. The merchant could barely keep up. After an hour, they came upon two streams flowing from the same mountain. "Look," said Shoji, "both streams are born from the same snowmelt at the peak, but one flows east, the other west." The merchant looked. One stream babbled merrily, winding around stones. Its water was clear, and pebbles glistened at its bottom. The second stream was almost stagnant, overgrown with duckweed, smelling of marsh. "Why are they so different?" asked the merchant. "Loneliness," replied the old man. "The first stream traveled far into the valley, met other rivers, flowed into the sea, returned as rain, and ran again. It was alone many times, and many times among others. But the second stream feared the journey. It stayed at the foot of the mountain, went nowhere, met no one. Now it is not a stream, but a puddle. Soon it will dry up." Shoji turned to the merchant. "You asked, what becomes of a person who is alone for a long time? Look at the streams. Loneliness is not a duration, it is a choice. If you went into the mountains to hide, you will become a puddle. If you went into the mountains to find the source, you will become a river." The merchant bowed. "But how can I know where I am going?" The old man spread his hands. "You are already walking. You did not stay in the city with a profitable deal. You went looking for the pass, even though it was dark. That means you do not fear the path. Loneliness fears people like you. It attacks those who stand still." He pointed to a trail leading upward. "The pass is there. Go, and remember, the mountain does not make a person lonely. A person makes himself lonely when he forgets that the mountain is also alive." The merchant left, and many years later, he returned to that hut as an old man to thank Shoji. But he found only a grave behind the house and an inscription carved on a stone. "I lived here alone for 40 years, but every day the mountain greeted me first.